Wow.
For Eleider Alvarez.
That was not a Kovalev who folded when the
Wow.
got tough.
Nope.
In fact, that was a Kovalev who'd learned from the second word fight how to weather the storm. Alvarez, in spite of that, as you said, Jim, cold cocked him with the right hand and took all those kind of decisions about determination and heart and will to win out of Kovalev's hands by separate.
Here I am getting so tired. I'm thinking like, all right, you know, I'm in shock. This is not the way I thought this fight would end. And unfortunately, Kovalev is done. Kovalev is done. We're going to wait for the replays because everything happened so fast.
And that took Kovalev out of the game. That ruined it for Kovalev. He was starting to get fatigued already. His legs were gone, but the overhand right really did it for him. Right high on the chin, but a beautiful landing shot by Eleider Alvarez.
A temple shot.
A temple shot.
He just wasn't the same.
There's a left hook that took him out.
Oh.
Straight right hand that definitely took Kovalev down.
And the way that leg went.
Felt that Fields should stop the fight at this point, but I knew his past record and I knew he wouldn't.
And there was an overhand right miss, followed by another left hook to the head and right hand through the cross. That's the second knockdown.
This is...
When a fighter falls on his arm like that, Jim, it's usually about over.
And here's the third knockdown.
Overhand right.
Another right hand around the guard.
Wow.
And that'll do it.
And finally, Fields gets the...
I don't even know where Kovalev goes from here. I mean, does he take a year off and come back and try to rebuild? And right now, you know, apologies to Eleider Alvarez. You know, he's only had 11 KOs before this, and now he's got the biggest KO of his career with 12 KOs now. 24-0 with 12 KOs, new WBO light heavyweight champion. He's been the #1 contender for the WBC title since... I want to see the cards. I want to see the cards.
Earlier, he has a fantastic personality. He is very entertaining in conversations. So it's fun to see Eleider Alvarez suddenly rise to the top with his spectacular performance there in the 7th round against Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev landed 18 punches more, threw 88 punches more. Alvarez landed at a...
Now, from the beginning, the jab was an issue for Kovalev. And, you know, like I said, looking at things right now, looking at the landscape of the 175-pound division, Kovalev doesn't seem like he's going to be able to compete at top level. You know, I don't want to say anymore, but the way it's looking right now, it's looking like guys like Dmitry Bivol, who didn't have a good performance himself, is going to take Kovalev's spot as main event's #1 guy. You have Artur Beterbiev, who is over. Let's listen to the post-fight interview.
For your title shot, what are you feeling right now?
Bueno, no sé ni cómo escribir cómo me siento.
I just can't even describe how I feel.
Primero que todo quiero agradecerle a Dios,
First of all, I want to thank God,
a todo mi grupo de trabajo, mi entrenador Mark Ramsey,
all my team, Mark Ramsey, my trainer,
mi manager Stefan Lepin, el grupo Yvonne Michel,
my manager, Yvonne Michel,
a la gente de Quebec, Canadá, que me dio su apoyo siempre,
and all the public from Quebec, Canada that always supported me.
a Colombia, a mi familia en Colombia, a mis amigos en Montreal, mis amigos en Colombia,
And to Colombia, all my family in Colombia, my friends in Montreal, my family in Montreal.
no tengo, si empiezo a mencionar la gente no termino hoy.
You know, and if I started to mention each one individually, I just wouldn't have time to finish today. You started off the fight really well, outboxing Kovalev, in my opinion, early. But then in the 4th round, he started to unload on you. It seemed to be a pivotal moment in the fight. Could you take his punches and come back or not? What were you thinking in
Wow,
that
I'm
fourth
still in
round?
shock.
Pues quería demostrarle que soy fuerte, que tengo un buen mentón y que estoy hecho para grandes cosas.
I wanted to show him that I am strong, that I have a good chin, and that I'm ready for big things.
Do you feel that he was discouraged at all because after unloading those big power shots, you were still there, still boxing with him, still exchanging with him?
Bueno, pienso que un poco mermó un poco. Sus golpes ya no eran los mismos letales que en el comienzo de la pelea. Entonces, por eso, la táctica de nosotros como entrenador fue trabajarlo adentro.
You know, we slowed him a bit, and I felt that his punches weren't as hard as they were at the beginning of the fight, and part of the tactics was to be able to work him on the inside.
But it's one thing to wear a guy down and from an accumulation of punches, knock him out. This was essentially a one-punch knockout, a right hand that basically ended the fight. You talked about the surgery you had on your right hand at the end of your amateur career and how you can only punch with two knuckles now as a pro. Was that a two-knuckle punch or a four-knuckle punch?
De dos nudillos, como te dije, me acostumbré a pegar con solamente dos nudillos. Y así fue, porque practicamos ese golpe durante todo el campo de entrenamiento y salía muy bien.
That was a two-punch knockout, you know, and that's what happened. I fought like that through my career. And we practiced that punch during training camp, and that's how it went.
But where did the power come from again suddenly? You're a power puncher as an amateur, but not as a pro. You fought a lot of good fighters as a pro, and I haven't seen that kind of power. Where did that come from tonight?
Por eso, siempre practico ese golpe y pensábamos que era una de las armas letales que podíamos hacer con Kovalev después del quinto, sexto asalto. Y así fue, salió bien.
I always practiced that punch, as I said, in training, and it felt that it was something that we could do, and it would be after the fifth, the sixth, seventh round, more or less.
Quickly, Dmitry Bivol fought on the co-feature. He is an elite light heavyweight. What do you think about a fight with Bivol?
Bueno, yo estoy preparado para pelear con el que sea. Hace 5 años estoy en los mejores 135 libras del mundo. No me había llegado la oportunidad, me llegó ahora y estoy listo para enfrentar al que sea.
I'm ready for the best in the world. I'm ready for the best in the
I wonder
division.
what
I've been
Kovalev
waiting
is
for
going to
5
have to
years
say.
for the best. I am amongst the best at 175. Whoever comes, I'm ready.
Thanks, champ, and congratulations. Jim?
Roy Jones, we're going to take a look back at all 3 knockdowns. Did
They're not
Kovalev
going to
ever
talk
recover
to
from that?
Kovalev?
From
They're not going to talk to Kovalev?
Do that totally took all the fight out of him.
And there's the second knockdown as Eleider Alvarez.
Man. They're not going to talk to Kovalev? Maybe he had to go directly to the hospital. You know, maybe he had to go directly to the hospital. I don't know if that's custom in Jersey. Here's the cards. Listen.
59-55 Kovalev, 59-55 Kovalev, and that's the moment at which Alvarez sprung the upset assault. And we get a look now at Sergey Kovalev in his dressing room amid the disappointment, the desolation of knowing that his reign atop the light heavyweight division has suddenly come to a halt unexpectedly via knockout. A lot of people thought that there was a chance that Eleider Alvarez could go the distance in this fight and perhaps put Sergey Kovalev in danger of a decision loss. But almost nobody, Max, thought that Eleider Alvarez was going to come in here and, as I just said to Roy Jones, suddenly become a light heavyweight Felix Trinidad and knock Kovalev out in the 7th round.
My predecessor in this position, Jim, the great Larry Merchant, used to call boxing what? The theater of the unexpected. I mean,
I know it's all over social media by now. I haven't even checked. I know it's all over social media. He's going to be mean to smithereens come morning, you know, and Andre Ward fans are rejoicing, saying, look, he's always been, you know, this or that. But it's going to be interesting to see what Eleider Alvarez does next, because him and Adonis Stevenson has the same promoter, but Adonis Stevenson is over on Showtime. Adonis Stevenson has to fight Alexander Grovesdick, who is ESPN, before he does anything else. So Anthony Yarde future, if not WBO mandatory, was actually in the building tonight. And I'm wondering if he's going to be looking like maybe I can beat Eleider Alvarez. But like I said, the story is, where does Kovalev now go? You know, cruiserweight. I don't see him. He was stopped by being punched in the balls or body shot against Andre Ward, whatever you want to call it. You know, he just got completely just knocked the fuck out right there. Artubertabiev would end him. You know, I was saying in an earlier video that Dmitry Bivol wasn't ready for Kovalev. Don't get me wrong, Kovalev can still box, but now we see that defensively he's a liability. And how is he going to come back mentally from this? You think he's going to go to the casinos and get some vodka and start drinking his life away? Hopefully he doesn't do that. You know, he does seem to have some mental weaknesses in regards to, for example, not giving credit to Andre Ward and not acting classy, and also some things that he's done, you know, unclassy things that he's done in the past. I wonder how he's going to take this. You know, a lot of fighters don't bounce back, and it seems as though HBO is ready to move on from him. And also HBO right now is not really invested in boxing that much. So it is what it is. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. It's a sad day for Kovalev fans. Please subscribe. I'll link to my social media right down below in the description box.